The hidden. I am God. I am the hidden. So, where do I start with this? I am the Word. That's right, I am the Word. So, the hidden is a word, right? Well, the is a word and hidden is a word. Hidden, or hide, or hiding, or unseen. You know, when people talk about the hidden realm or the unseen realm, what does that really mean? Well, for instance, if I go to the toilet to take a shit, right? You could call that the unseen realm, couldn't you? Yeah, you could call that the hidden realm, couldn't you? Because obviously I don't invite you into the toilet bowl to come see what comes out of my arse. Yeah? I am God. I am the hidden. And the thing is that the world, what the world wants to do, is it wants to hide me. It wants to pretend that I don't exist while trying to steal all my energy. You know, keep me isolated, make sure no one talks to me, make sure no one pays any attention to me, yet keep talking about me, keep impersonating me, keep doing spells to attack me, so you can steal as much power from me as you possibly can. Yeah, that's what the world does. And that's what I've been complaining about for years. Many years. So, yeah. Rolling myself a little cigarette. I mean, the thing is that when someone talks about the hidden realm or the unseen realm, there are lots of things that could be described as hidden. Right? You know, when you go outside, do you see people walking down the street without any clothes on? No, they put their clothes on, don't they? Usually. You know, they cover things. You know, hide. It means, well, it basically means ass, doesn't it? I mean, obviously, was that HIDE or was it HY? I thought it was HIDE, but I mean, obviously, in London, they got a park. It's called Hyde Park. Yeah, HYDE. Yeah, or Hyde D. Hi D. That's right. You know, I'm God. I'm up. I'm above everybody else. I have a D. Yeah, I'm High D. Yeah. The world wants to hide me. Doesn't want me to be discovered. So, well, I'm making this video after I recently posted a video of a woman called Anya. She has multiple channels. Anya's Tarot and the Law of Time, and she's got her Anya's Tarot brand channel and the Hidden Realms Tarot 1111. And why does she have all these different channels for? Why do tarot readers insist on having multiple tarot channels? I mean, I guess you could say for some of it might seem logical to separate out different, to make a different category or something like that. But it's a witchy thing to do to have two channels, because that's the thing, right? Because it's called YouTube, right? It's U2B. U2B. 2 is in YouTube, right? U2B. Yeah, you might not recognize TU as a way of spelling two, but it still works, doesn't it? You could still call it a misspelling of two. And so people do that. They'll make two channels and they'll play all kinds of bullshit games. You know, they almost, you know, they'll play their channels off against each other and all sorts of shit. Do you know what I mean? I've seen it all. And the thing I mentioned, Anya Tarot, her tarot channels. Well, that's the thing. My ex-girlfriend, who was from Poland, her name was Ania. It was spelt slightly differently. It was spelled A-N-I-A. Witch. And yeah, she's a Sagittarius. Yeah. Anya's tarot channel, the old woman with the blonde hair, she's a Pisces. And she likes to focus on Pisces readings and Scorpio readings. I'm a Scorpio. And Pisces, well, I live in house number 12. What's the 12th house? What's the 12th sign of the zodiac? Oh, what was it? Pisces. Oh, that's right. Yeah. The house I live in, number 12. I really hate that woman. Which one am I? Well, my ex-girlfriend and the old woman. Both of them. Annoying. Annoying. Yeah, that's how you spell. Yeah, annoying. That's right, yeah. An arsehole. This is a day. I'm making this during the daytime. So, you know, I'm not risking having to wake anyone up at night or anything like that. When I usually record my videos during the night time. It's nice to shout a little bit. Yeah. Anyway. What was Anya's video title? What was it? It says, should I read it? It says, "Don't fall for this tactic. It's a setup. They're playing with fire and they're gonna get burned." You know, I'm pretty sure she's a stoner. She sounds like a fucking stoner. She sounds like she's always fucking stoned. High as a fucking kite. All the time. Yeah. And not to mention, she mentioned her in that video that she'd been saging. And she was coughing a lot as well. Yeah. But that's the thing, right? Because people like to burn sage. And my ex-girlfriend, Anya, she was a Sagittarius. How do you spell sage? How do you spell Sagittarius? Yeah, very similar. And obviously Anya from the Tarot channel, the old woman, well, I guess she's saggy, right? She's a saggy. She's got saggy skin. She's not a Sagittarius, she's got saggy skin. She's an old person. I'm not quite at that point yet. I wouldn't say. I mean, I'm 38 years old. I'm hoping I'm not sagging yet. Fucking hell. Anyways, so Mary, who was the woman who carried Jesus, she lived another life as Aaliyah Dana Houghton, the singer. Her ghost is on me. She and her demon friends like to try to hide me. But the thing is that I'm the hidden. You know, I can hide stuff too. You know, I'm the word. The hidden it's my word. I mean, look at the word hidden. You know, it's like high den. Yeah, so you know what a den is, right? You know, it's like a place where you hang out. And high, well, it kind of suggests like it's heaven, doesn't it? It kind of suggests like it's some heavenly hidden den, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, it's me. I'm the hidden. It's me. Um, Heaven is, well, it's all connected to me. You know, that's the thing. Um, because there's no one above me. There's no one above me. Well, the thing is that, well, I say that in terms of magic. I mean, people could fly in an airplane above me, or you know, there could be someone. If there was someone else in the house and they went upstairs, in this house, then yes, they'd be high. They'd be more elevated in the house. But I'm God. You know what I'm saying when I say there's no one above me. My throne, which is my ass, is what everything's connected to. So that's why the world, you know, the world is obsessed with doing shit magic. Excuse-moi. Yeah, and they've all got shit for brains, or at least most of them do. Anyways, oh, this is my, I think this is my third Red Bull. Was awake all night, and it's 10 past 10 in the morning. I mean, the thing is, you know, people hide all kinds of things, don't they? I mean, everyone hides something, whatever it is. I mean, usually people go to the toilet in privacy. So that's a hidden thing. I mean, people tend to hide various things, some more than others. But the thing is that I am the hidden. The world tries so hard to hide me. For the fact that, you know, well, the reason why is because demons don't want to be judged. Evil spirits don't want to be judged, right? And they don't want the world knowing who I am. Because if everyone figured out who I was and everyone started listening to me and I had millions, billions of views, well, that's going to change things massively. You know what I mean? That's going to be a huge change. That evil spirits are afraid of. It will happen. Anyway, I'm not sure what else to say really for this video. Should I do a tarot reading? Right away? Okay. Right away. Okay. Tarot reading. Okay, Three of Swords. So, the number 3 of Swords. Okay. The Hierophant. What does this card mean to people? I mean, you know, what is this? What is this supposed to be? Who is this supposed to represent? What's this all about? This card. What is it? Eight of Cups. Disappointed. Queen of Cups. You know what? I realized something today that I should have realized ages ago. The World Cup. The World Cup, right? Which is, you know, well, that's the thing, right? What is, you know, if I eat something and it comes out of my butt as shit, you would call that soil or earth, basically. It's shit, it's soil, it's earth. It's what I ate. And there's the Eight of Cups. Yeah? The World Cup. Well, the cup is supposed to represent water. So how the fuck can you have, you know, world is another word for earth. And earth is another word for soil, and soil is another word for shit. So basically, World Cup, it basically just means cup of shit. Right? So, Three of Swords, unhappy, heartbroken, the Hierophant. So this is obviously, you know, religious institution, church, pope, high priest, something like that, right? Eight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. You see this so-called Queen of Cups. You know, she's supposed to be this loving, kind woman, so nice, blardy blardy blar. But that cup is just, you know, it's just got a big dollop of shit in it. That's basically all it is, right? She's got a cup full of crap. There's no water in there. It's just a big fucking turd in a cup. And she thinks she's oh so special. Oh, we got the Emperor here. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. So this is the thing, right? Because, and I was mentioning this in the previous video, how the Emperor, he is such an important card in the deck. Because you have 4 elements, right? You have 4 kings, 4 queens, 4 knights, you have 4 of every card, basically, except for, you know, well, in the minor arcana. And also, you know, there are 4 aces, right? Ace is basically just another way of saying ass. Basically, it's all connected to my ass. You know what I mean? Look at that. It's a star. The butthole is a star. I mean, that's what it looks like. That's what the magic is all about, right? You notice how the hand, it comes out of the clouds, the sky. Yeah. So, the thing is that the world, it tries to substitute water for shit. Basically, that's what the world does. It doesn't want water. It wants earth. It wants soil. It wants mud. It wants shit. And it wants to try to pass that off as being water when it's not water. The World Cup. Fucking idiots. You wanna drink a mud pie, do you? Next time you're thirsty, go dig up some soil in your back garden and drink that. Idiot. The High Priestess. Yeah, there's a lot of women who like to think they're the High Priestess. What is the High Priestess? Well, you can see there's a B and there's a J over there. Maybe she's a hoe. She likes to get around using her lips. For some reason, she's got some sort of Torah scroll there. It says Torah. But obviously she's the number 2, right? She is the number 2. So it says Torah, T-O-R-A. You can't see the H. It's hidden under her clothes. She's got that cross on her. She's got that cross on her chest. What's the cross about? She's got that crescent moon thing down there, right? Yeah. So, people talk about, this is the card of intuition. Intuition. Well, that's the thing, right? Where does shit come from? Well, it comes from inside of the colon, right? So, intuition, right? So your intuition it's shit tuition, right? This is shit tuition. She's literally the number 2, the piece of poo, right? That is the High Priestess. Shit for brains. Oh, the Sun. So there's the Sun card. And then we got the Page of Pentacles. And then we got the Ten of Swords. So I was watching Christy Thompson's video today, and her interpretation of the Ten of Wands card, her interpretation of the Ten of Wands card is moving on. Hilarious interpretation of the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands represents exhaustion. I mean, when you're probably, what hardcore porn is, right? That's Ten of Wands, right? That's, getting pounded. Yeah, that's Ten of Wands. It's fire. It's fire. It's exhaustion. It's a lot of stick action, right? But, and that's the thing, right? Her interpretation of the Ten of Wands is moving on, which is, well, I guess, I mean, that's the thing, right? Because if you're the woman and you're on the receiving end of the Ten of Wands, like the guy's doing the Ten of Wands, and you just climb on top, right? Or whatever it is, right? Anyway, Ten of Swords. Yeah. I suppose it is a valid it's a valid. Well, that's the thing. It's a valid interpretation of the Ten of Wands. Oh, moving on. But that's the thing. The Ten of Wands is it's total exhaustion, which is that person, whoever, that person could be totally exhausted, but a tarot reader would just say, oh, that's just moving on. Yeah, that's a moving on card. Oh, I don't like this card. Moving on. I mean, surely the Six of Swords is the moving on card. I mean, like, why would you have Ten of Wands as the moving on card when Six of Swords is moving on? Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, I suppose, well, I mean, you could interpret these cards in so many different ways. I mean, you could have really stupid interpretations of them. I mean, as a tarot reader, you're supposed to read the cards. You're supposed to interpret them properly. You don't want to have some just wild crap interpretation of what they're saying. But then, if all you care about is manifesting and stealing someone else's power, then inventing any kind of bullshit story that you like, I guess that works for you, doesn't it? That's how you do it. You just do what works best for you. Oh, we got the Knight of Cups. I'll interpret these cards when I'm ready. Then we got the Five of Cups. Can I take that one as well? Okay. We got the Four of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Ooh. Oh, maybe get another few cards then. And then we got the Eight of Wands. Seven of Wands. Oh, I'll take those. And then we got the Queen of Wands. Six of Cups. Judgment. So, what's this saying then? Oh, excuse me. So we've got the Three of Swords, the Hierophant. Okay, so to me, Three of Swords and the Hierophant. That's saying I'm unhappy. I'm God. I ain't happy. Okay, Eight of Cups, disappointed. Then we got the Queen of Cups. The Emperor, that's me. Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess. So as I explained, she's the number 2, right? So all these women who like to think they're the High Priestess, they want to go online, make tarot videos, and say, say that they're spiritual and shuffle cards and talk a load of shit. Well, that's what they are. They're literally my shit, right? They're my butt. They're literally the crap that comes out of my ass. The Sun. So this is the thing, right? Because I was Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ is associated with my past. It's what's behind me. It's my ass. Okay? The Sun is my ass. But what am I... Okay, so we've got the High Priestess, and then there's the Sun, and then there's the Page of Pentacles, and then there's the Ten of Swords. So that's... ooh, hang on. The Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Sun, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups, and the Five of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles, King of Wands. Okay. So, yeah. I'm the Emperor. My Ace of Pentacles, is, well, it's Ace of Pentacles. I mean, what is that? I mean, it represents Earth. It's a star as well, right? It's the 5-pointed star, right? It represents the 4 elements plus the 5th element, which is spirit. Okay, that's the magic. That's how it's interpreted, isn't it? And obviously a number 2. Well, there you go. Mrs. High Priestess. Or Ms. or whatever, right? The hoe. The crazy hoe with the tarot cards. The Sun. So the Sun, how am I interpreting this? The Sun, Page of Ace of Pentacles, the High Priestess. The Sun, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, Knight of Cups, 5 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. People are unhappy. People are... this battle's been going for a number of years, this magic battle, that I've been fighting it on the internet with all these crazy people. Yeah, the Sun, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Well, this is them, right? They can't handle the truth. This is the thing. They've been hit with the truth. And they don't like it. Knight of Cups, these people, they want to have sex all day long, or, all they're interested in doing is shacking up with the next person they can find. 5 of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. King of Wands. Right? I am the Emperor. Right? I am the 4 of Pentacles. I'm God. The world is mine. It belongs to me. I fucking created it. And the rest of the universe. Thank you very much. All these people who want to fuck around, of course they're unhappy. Because I'm here to stop them. I'm God. Right? 8 of Wands. Moving quickly towards, this standing up for myself, right? Making a stand, right? You see in this card, there's that guy, and he's defending himself from 6 Wands. The 6 of Wands card is they call it the victory card, but really, it's guys on their horses, right? You can, they might be depicted as animal horses, but the word whore, if you didn't know how to spell whore, you might or whores, as in WHORES, you might accidentally spell it HORSE if you didn't know how to, and that would be a misspelling, wouldn't it? So 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands is basically, the 6 of Wands card is about people having sex, and that idea is, it's people, people have this idea that having sex is victory. How do you win at life? Have sex. Lots of sex. Then you're the winner. That's the idea, right? Sex magic. Do lots of sex magic and be the victor. Basically. Anyways. 8 of Wands, then so moving quickly towards the 7 of Wands, right? I defend myself against sex magicians, right? Queen of Wands. What is she? She's a hoe. That's what she is, right? She likes to sleep around. She doesn't really care, what God thinks of her. She's a woman of fire and passion. Well, she's a woman who wants sex, and she isn't, she wants to do witchy things to get what she wants. And then there's the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, that could just mean relationships, getting in bed with different people. And then there's the Judgment card. Yeah. So, woman who've been sleeping around, lots of different guys. What are they afraid of? Why are they afraid of God? Yeah. Well, it shouldn't be that hard to answer the question, should it? It shouldn't be. Why does the world want to try to hide me? Because they're afraid. They don't want their fun that they're having. They don't want that to finish. They don't want that to end. I'm here to end it. I'm here to make it stop. I mean, it's really, all the witches, all these women and all these people who are doing sex magic and witchcraft and, doing lots of crazy artwork and, all the movies and music and all the stuff, all the crazy magic that people are trying to do. It affects the world. When people complain about things like climate change or, extreme weather or, things like that. Why do those things happen? Why are those things happening? Do you know how those things are connected to sorcery? That is all of that is connected with magic and sorcery. I know it is. I'm God. I mean, how do you know what I mean? I affect the weather. I make it change. I remember one time I used to have, well, that's the thing, I got a water filter in my kitchen. And I remember when I first bought it and I started using it, I started using it because I wanted to filter out the fluoride out of the water. And when I used it, for the couple of months that I used it, it was so much rain. It was just rain. Every time I touched the thing. And that's the thing, I mean, I smoke with cigarette filters. And people want to buy water filters. Yeah? It's still the same word. My magic power, it flows through words. Anyways. I'm tired. Fucking hell. Alright, well, I'm gonna do one more. Yeah, I need a cigarette. Yeah, I was listening to Christy Thompson earlier. I was thinking, she was whinging about the King of Swords and how he seems very cold and unemotional. I've been through. My life has been freaking horrible. My life has been horrible. I don't get sympathy from people. It's the world that is horrible and cold. And I tell you what, they ain't the King of Swords. They're fucking idiots. They're stupid people. Evil people. I mean, the King of Swords, I mean, it was funny how she was talking about the King of Swords. And then when the Sun card came out, she was like, oh, I like the Sun. Oh, the Sun's the happy card. Yeah, but the King of Swords is the Son. Jesus Christ was the Son of God. You stupid witch. Do you not understand that? The King of Swords, the King of Cups, is the sun, the light of the world. Dumbass. I mean, you know, you're just trying to manifest shit. You know, the Emperor card comes out, and you say, "Oh, the Emperor card's here to remind you you're in charge." That's right, you're in charge. Yeah, that's a very, you know, it's easy to flip the cards and twist the story, right? The whole point of it is like, well, that's the thing. People don't interpret it properly, you know, because they don't want to. Because it's, you know, you take the story, you flip the cards, and then you invent your own story so you can stealing energy. And then you want to complain that I look like shit. Well, what's going to happen when you don't have any energy? What's going to happen when you feel completely depleted and you feel like you can't move, you can't get anything done in your life? Like, there's just, everywhere you go, it's just one, you're being blocked in any direction you want to go. Everyone, you just feel blocked wherever you go, and your life falls apart, and you start to feel ill and depressed, and nothing good happens in your life. Yeah? How are you going to feel then? Do you know what I mean? Well, you obviously don't. I mean, the thing is that, yeah, you know, when I was younger, I drank a lot. Um, well, they call it spirit for a reason, don't they? Yeah, they obviously wanted to turn me into an alcoholic. Um, and I mean, smoking, you know, it's called tobacco. You know what I mean? Like, have you heard of holy fire? And people like to say, holy smokes, and stuff like that, right? And I used to have a ketamine problem. Um, you know, it's interesting. I was earlier on. I posted a video about the sea turtle having the plastic straw taken out of its nose. I mean that, you know, that was because of me. I mean that was a reflection of my life. My I always used to have plastic straws all over. I always used to have these pink and green plastic straws lying around. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Hmm. I mean, you've seen, you know, have you heard of the Kabbalah tree? You know, the what is it? The crown Sephiroth is called Keter. Keter. Yeah, it sounds, you know, ketamine and Keter. Obviously, they start off, you know, obviously they're related words. Do you know what I'm saying? Witches use some really powerful magic against me to try to break me. Yeah, it did some damage to my body. Okay, but I'm still alive, I'm still here, and I'm still gonna get justice. So, fuck you. I can still ruin everyone else's party, even if you don't like me. Yeah? It's what I live for. So, one more reading. I mean, that's, I got a card here. The moon. Okay. I mean, this is the thing, right? So Christy, she's talking about, how, she's talking to her viewers like, yeah, you're in charge. No one else is in charge of you. You're in charge of yourself. So you want to talk to spirit, or maybe you don't. Do you believe in spirit? I think people do. The people do shuffle cards and they think, hey, I don't know if spirits are really real or there's just ghosts or something like that. But I'll shuffle these cards and just see what messages come out. Blardy blardy blar. But telling people that they're in charge of themselves when well, that's the thing. I'm God. I'm in charge. People have been given time to get it right, to do the things that they were supposed to do. They were given an opportunity to build a relationship with God, me. And most of them didn't. What most people want to do is this. They want to be the moon. They want to reflect. They want to pretend that they're the sun. Mirror, mirror, mirror. The Fool. Yeah. The very first card you see is the Fool. You open a tarot deck. Your very first tarot deck. You open the box. The Fool. And what do? You shuffle it, don't you? Yeah, that's what you do. And I mean, it's sad really that people, they want to do this. They want to be the moon. They want to pretend they're God. People who do that, you're going to lose everything. Right? You're not going to be happy. Where you're going, you're not going to be happy. You're an idiot. You've decided to go against me. I'm God. You decided to go against me, and you know what I mean. You're obsessed with my energy, so you think, yeah, let's impersonate God, so we can try to absorb as much of His power as possible. And even when God comes down to planet Earth and tells you Himself to stop doing it, you just still want to keep going. Like, you don't want to stop. You're just you're making it worse and worse and worse for yourself. Strength. The Devil. It's the Devil card. So, the Moon, the Fool, Strength, the Devil. Yeah. Well, Aaliyah Dana Houghton, she was born on the 16th of January. She was a Capricorn. Yeah. Three of Pentacles. This is people working together, right? So the moon card, right? I explained, right? Moon magic, impersonating me, God, right? The fool, the idiot. Their strength, the devil, Three of Pentacles, right? That is evil working together to attack me using moon magic. Okay? Yeah, I always got to read it. You know, like when the moon comes out with the full card, you know, sometimes it could be talking about the full moon. Whenever that happens. But I think it's a new moon in Scorpio, isn't it? That's happening at the moment. So Knight of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. I mean, you know, what's a Knight of Wands? What's a Knight of Pentacles? Well, a Knight of Wands, you know, there's the stick of fire. You know, it could be, you know, it's going to do magic, sex magic, that type of thing. Knight of Pentacles could be sex, could be him trying to make money. Seven of Swords, betrayal, deception, thieves, right? That's what people, that's the world, that's what the world likes to do. Steal and betray God. Okay, and we got the Star card. Yeah, the Star card. Seven of Swords, the Star. Right? I'm not the one with 80,000 subscribers on my account, or 100,000, or 200,000, or 500,000. I've got 63 subscribers. We've got the Star, 10 of Pentacles. Okay? The Star, 10 of Pentacles, well, that's the thing, right? You know, if you make money, I don't make any money from my YouTube videos. I don't do tarot readings for people. I don't get people sending me money for anything. I have an inheritance that I gained from when my mom died. And I have, you know, people like to think that I'm, you know, they want to, you know, I deserve every single penny that I got of that inheritance and more. I'm due a lot more than that. And then we got the Two of Swords. You know, this is the blind woman, the ex, right? She signifies that look, her arms are crossed in an X shape. Two of Swords, right? The Two of Swords, right? So the High Priestess, she's the number 2, isn't she? You know, it's the number 2 again. Shit for brains. She's a shit for brains. She communicates, she talks shit. That's her, you know, if there's any card that is the talking shit card, that's it, isn't it? Because that's to do with logic and communication. 2 is literally shit. Right? She's blind. And you see, she has her back turned to the sea. Okay? So, you know, that's the thing. I am the sea. Right? I see. I have eyes that can see. And this kind of person turns their back to me. They're not interested. They don't care. They would rather just turn their back to me and talk shit about me. And then we got the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Two of Swords, the Queen of Cups. I mean, this is the thing, right? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. A female who's a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. But the cup, I mean, do you see, you know what I mean? It's literally, what the hell is that thing anyway? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look like a cup to me. It just looks, I don't even know what the heck that thing is. You know, is there any water in that thing? Or is it just a big pile of shit? Most likely a big pile of shit. And then we got the Three of Cups. People who like to party and celebrate. And then we got the Ace of Wands. Should I take the bottom one there? Just that one. Okay. And then we got the Nine of Cups, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. So, so we got the Moon, the Fool, Strength, the Devil, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, the Star, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, Three of Cups, Ace of Wands, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. So, yeah, I mean, it tells, you know, it's very simple. Moon magic people, idiots, working with the devil, right? They're evil, right? Doing evil stuff, working together, doing sorcery and sex magic and trying to make money, betraying God, me, wanting to be the star, making money, talking shit. You know, a fake Queen of Cups with their cup full of shit, partying around with her friends, and Ace of Wands. You know, that's, you know, what do you want to do? Yeah, you just want to be happy and carry on. You know, you just want to keep doing that. So, go on, get some more cards in. You want me to stop there? Okay. Alright. Shall I load it? Okay. Alright then, I'll leave it there.